The difference between successful people and ordinary people lies in how they deal with their failures. Henry Ford says that failure is success in progress. All of us are meant to be successful people in life, but our levels of success depends on how we handle our failures. How do you meet your failures? Do you face them head on? Does failure offer you an opportunity to want to do better, or does it just crush you down and make you give up? So we've been talking about some positivity in life for the past like 4 videos, and today we are here to give 5 famous failures that everyone in the world knows about, and the stories of these people will just inspire you, because for them they rose to fame because of their previous failures. So guys, thank you for joining me, and if you've not joined my channel, you can consider joining Motivation with Brenda so that you can get exclusive videos. If you don't know how to join any channel, I have a video on how you can join any YouTuber's channel that you support. Welcome to Motivation with Brenda. This is the channel where you get all the life lessons, life motivations, and life inspirations that will make sure that you never give up in life. So guys, are you seeing this face for the first time? Then consider subscribing to this channel for more motivation in life. I recently made a video on how to cope with failure, and I thought that doing this second bit of that video will be helpful to most of you, because it will give us some motivation, because we will be talking about the very famous people who had very miserable failures in their past, but their failures turned them into the successful people that we know of today. So guys, let's get into our video. We need to talk about the story of Steve Jobs. Everyone knows Steve Jobs. He's the CEO and the founder of the Apple. So for Steve Jobs, his story is one interesting one, because I can't imagine being fired from my own company. The company that I've built from scratch, then you get fired from your own company. So for Steve Jobs, he was fired from his own company, the Apple one, but apparently his zeal for work made him to get reinstated again as the CEO later. And this is what he had to say about his failure. So I'll just read what he had to say about his failure. So this is what he says: "I didn't see it then, but it turned out that getting fired from Apple was the best thing that could ever have happened to me." So you see, for him, he didn't see that as in, he didn't see it as a kind of a failure, as in an opportunity for him to quit. For him, he considered it as an opportunity for him to grow more, yeah. So maybe you are going through a situation right now. Maybe you've just lost your job, that only job that you have, then you're just feeling like, guys, I just have to give up, I can't go on anymore. So if you just lost your job, don't give up, keep on fighting. You don't know, maybe you're close to opening your next door in your life. So it's better for you to keep fighting on, don't give up yet. Then the next person whose failure just inspires a lot of people is the story of Bill Gates. Who doesn't know Bill Gates? Forget about his recent scandal with the wife, where they parted after so many years of marriage. So we're talking about Bill Gates as a young entrepreneur. Bill Gates at 31 years. So for Bill Gates was a university dropout of Harvard University. So he was in Harvard, yes, but he dropped out of school. Reasons we don't know. So Bill Gates co-owned a business by the name of Traf or Data, which apparently failed miserably. So this is a person who was first of all dropped out of Harvard University. That is the university that we hear about them, and it just brings so much glory, the most glorified universities in the world. So he was a school dropout from Harvard University. Then he co-owned a business, Traf or Data, but still the business failed. You see, those are series of failures in life, but apparently he had the passion, he had the skills, he had the passion for computer programming, and now he is the owner of Microsoft. He's the owner of Microsoft right now, and because of his skill and passion for programming, he became a billionaire at just the age of 31 years. But that did not just come easily, it didn't come on a silver platter or something like that. He learned lessons from his failures. That's why he rose to being successful. And this is what he had to say when he asked what motivated him. I read what he has to say about that. It is fine to celebrate success, but it's more important to heed the lessons of failure. That is one powerful statement. I think that picking the lessons from the failures makes us even more powerful, makes us even more stronger, and gives us the willingness to keep on fighting. For him, he learned the lessons from the failure, and that's why he became a billionaire at just the age of 31 years. So at that 1 years, I would love to know, are you in a position to say that you've achieved much of your goals or something? Let me know in the comment section. So that is the story of Bill Gates, and that is one of the most famous failures in the world today. For me, I'll say that what we can learn from the story of Bill Gates is that sometimes your degree, sometimes your qualifications are not as worthy as what you can do, as the skills you possess, as the knowledge that you possess. If the degree fails to feed you, maybe it's time to put it aside and try out something new. Put your skills into practice. Put your knowledge into use. You just don't know. Maybe you can become the next Bill Gates. So don't give up, okay? Who doesn't know Michael Jordan? The famous Nike ambassador. He's the legendary basketball player that everyone, when you just mention basketball, he's the first name that pops up on your mind is Michael Jordan. So for him, most people may assume that he's just a natural player, he just has the natural talent, but apparently that is not the case, because he says that he failed so many times, but that did not stop him from pushing on. Apparently for him, he didn't, as in his height was kind of a setback for him, because you know the NBA players are always so tall, and for him his height was not that good, and so he had to struggle each day to prove the coaches that he was a good player, regardless of his height, regardless of his inabilities. He was as good a player as any other person. So it took so many years of hard work to make the player that we know of today. And for him, we can say that he used to motivate himself. It took too much practice, too much self-motivation for him to become the star that we know of today. What is it that we can learn from this story of Michael Jordan? This is where most of us forget. We are our own cheerleaders. Nobody can ever celebrate you as much as you can celebrate yourself. If you feel like giving up, start by encouraging yourself. Start by pushing yourself to get to your goal. You are your own cheerleader. Sometimes for you to be successful, you just have to take the first step. I know it's not always easy, but focusing on the end result, you never know. Once you keep on encouraging yourself, things will just seem to be easy even when they are not, okay? So the next famous failure story is the story of Albert Einstein. Who doesn't know Albert Einstein? Is the founder of the theory of general relativity, but this is what you don't know about this person. These are the things that maybe most of us overlook and just keep on focusing on his success stories alone. So this is the first fact that you don't know about Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein could not speak fluently until he was about the age of 9 years. And for me, I can imagine being in the kindergarten. You know, kids sometimes are just, I don't know, they're just kids being kids. Maybe sometimes they used to taunt him because he could not speak fluently, and sometimes maybe embarrassing for that reason. And then for him, he was so rebellious apparently at the younger ages. So he ended up being expelled from school. Then he was refused admission into Zurich Polytechnic for reasons I don't know. First of all, I can imagine him battling low self-esteem because he could not speak fluently. Then being expelled from school. Then you get rejection from as in a school that you have applied for. So for me, I'll just say that maybe those are some of the things that can just make you to stop pushing on in life. But for him, despite all these setbacks, battling with low esteem, despite all the rejections from the Zurich Polytechnic School, he ended up winning the Nobel Prize in Physics in the year 1921. And so for him, he says that success is failure in progress. And if success is failure in progress, it means that just because you've not achieved anything yet, other than the failures, other than the rejections, it doesn't mean that you are a loser. So keep on fighting. You don't know, maybe after all the failures, after all the rejections, your success lies in next trial. So keep on trying. Don't lose the hope. yet. Okay, I love the fifth one so much. I did history in high school, and I used to forget about this person's invention a lot. So who is this person we are talking about right now? We are talking about Thomas Edison. Like, I can imagine me as Brenda after failing something after 5 trials. I'll maybe give up. I'll give up and just say, I cannot do this thing anymore. But this is one person that failed, not one time, not 2 times, not 3 times, but 10,000 times. Who fails 10,000 times, but they still keep on trying? So this is the story of Thomas Edison, who is the founder and the father of electricity. So Thomas Edison goes down into history as the most famous failure who has over 1,000 patents to his name alone. What is interesting about the story of Thomas Edison is that he failed over 10,000 times trying to invent the light bulb. While asked why he did not give up after, maybe let's say after 5,000 trials, he just says that for him, he doesn't consider the 10,000s as failures. And this is what he had to state. I'll read again. I haven't failed 10,000 times. I haven't failed once. I have succeeded to proving that the 10,000 ways will not work. When I have eliminated the ways that will not work, I'll find the way that will work. I mean, that is a unique type of positivity. So for him, he thinks that he did not fail 10,000 times. He just achieved his goal of proving that the 10,000 ways were not actually supposed to work. They were just null hypotheses that he was using as benchmarks until he gets his first successful trial. Nothing comes easy, and sometimes you just have to have the grit and the perseverance. So sometimes just keep on pushing on, don't give up, get that resilience. Try to find the resilience in your life, because things will not always be easy, but once you're focused on the goal, what you want to achieve, maybe you'll not be able to give up. So to get to that, to have Thomas Edison's kind of a mentality, you must be one person that loves success. So first of all, you have to love success for you to be able to persevere even the toughest times. For you to be able to not just give up easily, you are supposed to first of all fall in love with success. Maybe we're supposed to fail more often for us to succeed, or maybe we're supposed to fail more often for us to learn. It's so unfortunate that if you prefer not to fail, most probably you will never succeed in life, because success lies in our failures. The most important lessons of success lie in our failures. So if you prefer not to fail, then you'll never learn the skills and the knowledge that you need for you to succeed. Success lies in those frustrating moments, those disappointing moments after you fail, that comes after failure, because in those moments of failure are when you learn the skills and knowledge that you need to success. And let's say if right now you're battling with the shame of failure, maybe you just need some failure motivations. And you know what, guys, Motivation with Brenda got you, because I have a video on how to cope with failure. Maybe you can watch it. I'll leave the link on the description of this video. And so guys, that was it for today. I hope you have learned something. You can interact with me by commenting on this video, and you can also go through my channel for more life motivations. Guys, that was it for today. Till the next video, and don't forget to join Motivation with Brenda. Till the next video, guys. Bye.